Let's joining us on the phone, a first-time guest, Jon Morley with the Mediocre Golf Association. John, good morning. John Abendroth here. My partner, Mitch Jurisic, alongside. Appreciate you having some time this morning.
Yeah, no problem, guys. Thanks for having me.
And our good friend, mutual friend George Kelly had referred us to get in touch with you. And George has had a lot of fun in his golfing career, and he even at the golf course he operates out at Stevenson Ranch has a person who's in charge of fun. And when he met you at the Mediocre Golf Association and your glossary of terms for what happens on the golf course, I think you and George are kind of meant for each other.
Yeah, George gets us. Not everybody gets what the MGA is all about, but George gets us. And I haven't even actually gotten out to his course yet at Stevenson Ranch, but I'm definitely going to get out there and check it out. It looks like a great course, and they like to have fun out there, so it's a good thing.
I said last week as we promoted that you'd be on that my partner Mitch could be the poster boy for you. Mitch has been in the 15 years that we did TV. I think part of the allure of our show is that Mitch was just every man's golfer and did a lot of average things, hit the slice, and I think some of the glossary, the wording that you use, you need to send Mitch a dictionary and get him indoctrinated. Give us a little rundown on a few of your words.
Well, I think he'd appreciate the scoring system. Now, we play just normal stroke play, but, it can be psychologically tough on a player when you're trying to shoot for par because that's just ridiculous. Nobody can shoot par. So we have mediocre par, which is basically go bogey golf, or instead of mediocre par, because that would take too long, we just call it mar. So you're shooting to mar. So if you get a bogey on a hole, well, you marred it. If you happen to get a par on a hole, then you murdered it, and that's great. Now you're one under mar, and you're having a great round. You're feeling good about yourself. If you happen to double bogey a hole, don't worry. That's just a mogi. That'll bring you back to even mar.
Okay.
And, yeah, at the end of the day, you're just trying to shoot mar, and if you can do that and walk away with a 90, you should feel pretty good about yourself because that's good enough to win on the MGA Tour in a lot of chapters.
So if you get a 7 on a par 4, is that a mubble mogi?
Yeah, we don't go quite that far. That's ridiculous.
Okay.
Come on,
right.
It's a double mogi.
Okay.
So this is sort of the golf version of Pig Latin.
Yeah, exactly.
And talk about the handicap system. I understand that where I'm, for example, I'm a 2 handicap correctly, that when I would join an event, I'd have to have I'd have to have 16 penalty shots. Is that correct?
That's correct. And not only that, if you break 80, it doesn't matter how many penalty shots you have. You're DQ'd from the event. However, you can win the Gross Award, which is the smallest trophy that we could find anywhere in the world. It's this tiny keychain trophy to acknowledge that, okay, we get it. You're a good golfer. Here you go. You get a little something. But the big check that we hand out is going to go to the best guy, the best mediocre golfer.
Okay. The voice you hear is that of Jon Morley with the Mediocre Golf Association. And I just want to correct you on one thing, John. You said nobody shoots par. I'm sitting between 2 guys here that do, so I could use some more mediocre guys here. I got Dana Banky, the head golf professional here at Poplar Creek, and, of course, John. But tell me a little bit about the association. I'm reading where you can – there's chapters involved and chapter leaders. How does this all work?
Yeah, well, we started in 2006, me and San Francisco native Straight Willie Dills. My name is John Lucky Kick Morley. We each have our own nicknames. And we were just joking around about it, had a tournament in 2006. It was fun. So then we did 2 seasons around here where we actually did seasons and had 8 tournaments a year. And through the internet, someone up in Seattle heard about us. His name's Aaron Regan. And he wanted to start a Seattle chapter. So I really didn't have any system set up, but I'm like, sure, I'll send you these crappy trophies that I make in my kitchen. And then we had a chapter, and now since 2009, we're over 40 chapters now around the world. We have 5 in Australia. We have an Ireland chapter. So yeah, it's pretty simple and cheap to start a chapter, and then the internet kind of takes care of everything else. We have a nice website at mediocregolf.com that everyone who's going to play joins, and each chapter has their own page that manages their chapter. But then it also ties them all together in the global money list.
That's excellent. And so people, if they want to join or find out about a chapter, Mediocre Golf Association, mediocregolf.com. That's the spot to go to?
Yeah. And then there's a chapter page with the map on there, interactive map where they can zoom in and find a chapter near them. And it's a fun site to poke around. I mean, either you get it or you don't. Some people, I don't know, just don't seem to get it, and other people love it, and it becomes almost a way of life of them because they were already living that way with their horrible golf. So now they have friends.
and like, for example, do the rules officials, do they like not know the rules either? I mean, that have a mediocre official.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, we play by the rules. But yeah, I'm sure there are some foursomes that aren't clear what the red and yellow stakes mean. Like,
all right.
Well, I'm sure that the drop that Tiger Woods took at Augusta qualifies him to be in the Mediocre Golf Association right there, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Hey, Jon, thank you so much, and I hope you take me right here, but this is just a fair interview. So
yeah. You were mediocre at best, Jon.
Excellent. Thanks, guys.
Thanks very much.
See you later.
Jon Morley, and golf, sometimes people get a little too serious about it. And
yeah, absolutely.
Here's a guy that obviously gets it and has a lot of fun with it. So
hey, Jon, before we go to break.